So as you can see, I'm looking like a rainbow now, but the background is pretty much shaped. Well, let's get right into it. So today's video is inspired by the movie Moonlight from 2016 with its DP James Laxton, and I think this movie is just a masterpiece when it comes to lighting and cinematography. We're gonna try to recreate or get a similar kind of look from this scene in particular right here. And if you haven't watched my other videos, I try to show you how to create a scene with low budget, but I'm not trying to sell it to you like gear doesn't matter, because it does. First, I'm going to show you the clip from a first try of recreate this clip. Then I'll talk about the gear, the setup, and the idea behind it, and do the scene again so you see the consistency in this setup. Now let's roll the clip. So the things that we need for this scene are pretty simple again. We need tape. We're going with the 50 f1.4 because this is the fastest lens that I have. Clamps for the gel, aluminum foil. We need the shade for our Keylight, so pretty simple. Oh yeah, this time we also use negative fill. Even though it's a cheap one and it's reflecting, still it makes your shadows darker. And we're gonna use this little fella, the M9 from Aperture, because the last time I was filming this scene, I recognized that I forgot a catch light in my eyes. So never forget a catch light in your eyes. So why do I go for the gels again? Because as you see in this picture, the walls are painted. They are green and the back is, I don't know, maybe it's purple. And as you see, all my walls are white. So to give a little bit color into the scene, I went with two green gels to give it a really dark green and to make it even darker and go into the more cyan look. I also use a blue one. 3 gels, it's pretty dark. That's why I go with the fast lens. And we're using aluminum foil to shape the light that is coming through this lampshade. Here as a key light, we're using a light bulb, the Aperture B7C. And the actual scene, they used bounce light, so they bounced the light onto the roof. That gives the actors in this scene and in this scene a little bit more light into the face. So they did both scenes with the same light. And fun fact, the pink light was just an on-the-fly decision that they made on set. Being spontaneous, flexible on set is always important. And now let's get the key light set up. Alright, so now you can see that here's the, what's the name? Let's leave it like that. And we're gonna put the B7C into it. Okay, so this beauty gonna be our key light. Right, and as you can see, it gives me a warm tone in my face if I turn it off. So there's the 320, and now let's switch the key light off and get the background right. All right. All right, now you see that you can't see. The walls get more the cyan look. I know it's not the painted look, but it is good enough for this scene and especially for this budget. So let's turn on the pink background. Now we have the cyan on the walls and the pink in the background. Still getting a little bit of this pink in my face. We could probably change that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Now let's turn on the practical light. So as you can see, I'm looking like a rainbow now, but the background is pretty much shaped. Oh yeah, I darkened the room. I'm sorry. Right. So I darkened the room behind me because, as you see in this picture, the background is pretty dark, but it is again painted and I don't have a dark purple door. So I turned off all the lights, darkened the windows, and okay, so let's get into shaping the key light, because right now the image is pretty flat that you see. and we want this side, the smart side, and that's because the camera is on the shadow side, to be darker, so more contrast in it. And that's why we use negative fill. And as I told you at the beginning, this is just a cheap version, so this fabric is pretty shiny. Even though it's black, it doesn't absorb as much light as a cotton fabric would absorb. But no matter what, we are filming everything the cheapest way. So get a floppy reflector that comes in 5 different ways. So we have the black, the silver, the gold, the white, and the diffusion. It comes in handy all the time. Right now it doesn't do much, but it takes out a little bit of the cyan, the Keylight, and I'm gonna close the door behind the camera so we take out the light that's coming through the window. Maybe I even close the shades of it too. So we would cut the light behind the camera. Now I'm gonna tape the aluminum foil onto the shade. And now we can form the light in the face. So obviously it is in the frame. Let's get it out of it, and as you can see, it already darkens my face. See here? And now it's taking out the light from my left side. This is much closer because we're gonna be on a 50mm. You won't see it. This is 28mm now. No, that's 35. And let's get to 50. More to this side. More from the practical light into the frame. Now you get a little bit more structure, a little bit more texture into the frame. Yeah, and that's how you make a boring room a little bit more interesting with light. Much more harsher light in my face. But yeah, I'm not clipping. My face is not clipping. So you see here in the picture, there's a harsher light on her forehead, but it's not clipping, I think. You see this part, and having a little bit of harsh light, especially on the face or on body parts, gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. Alright, this was the first look, the flat one, and now we are at 50mm and we shape the light, we cut it, and we get multiple light sources into a little tiny room. Just to show you how cozy it is. Get all the way to 24. So that's the setup. Nice, right? Okay, so now let's switch into S-Log3 and switch the lenses, and let's film everything again. Alright, welcome back on the 50mm S-Log3 with a VND 1/8 mist filter in front of the lens. And oh yeah, we're on ISO 800 now, so it's pretty bright now. We're gonna change this, and because what you see now here, false color, you can see that the practical light is pretty blown out. See? So we're gonna change this with like this red paper that I fold it up into, it's like a little head. See what it does to the picture. Yeah, this part right here turns much more greener now. I gotta tape it. Let's lose the glasses and film the scene. Alright, you get the point, right? So that's just how simple it is to recreate a scene your own way. So I definitely know that I didn't even get close to the original look, but I think I made my own interpretation, and I hope you learn something and get out there and create yourself. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I see you in the next one. Peace. Yes, I did the walk away. So, see ya.